Vamos ver aí o trailer e a gameplay do Minecraft Legends.
What is my favorite legend of the overworld?
Qual é a minha lenda favorita no
The
mundo
one I
superior?
like most tells of a peaceful
Olha.
land that did not know cruelty.
Nossa!
Until it was
Mas seria tão bom isso aí no Minecraft Vanilão, né?
Scourge of green
Java.
and fire.
Como do Windows 10 também. Não reclamam.
Brink of disaster.
Windows 11 agora, né?
Rising
Minecraft
to
Windows
answer
11.
the
Já
call
era o Windows 10.
of a hero.
Achei interessante, cara. Acho que eu vou curtir sim, mano. Se eu conseguir jogar, né? No caso. Minecraft, me dá coisas grátis. Mojang, me dá coisas grátis.
It tells of struggles and sacrifices.
Olha o cabeça de fósforo. Vai, cabeça de fósforo.
But most
Aquele estilo de montaria, de animação é legal, hein, cara.
that hope
Olha que bonito.
in the day.
Não sei, mas tá parecendo tipo um Minecraft
And
Dungeons,
that
né?
when fiery foes
parecido.
seem never ending.
Esses inimigos intermináveis. Contando um pouco da
Is when
história.
the world needs legends the most.
Olha que bonito. Quanto mais precisa de lendas. Quando o mundo precisa de lendas. Kyuurai 2023. Wow, o Night Overworld.
Watch out, everyone! The piglins are coming!
Night
And we're going
Overworld.
to talk a lot about those
Overworld
wee
Unite.
guys. But before we do, I should introduce not piglins, but a couple of the team members responsible for the highly anticipated Minecraft Legends. Welcome to
Eu
the
acho que
game's
minha
executive
cam ficou na
producer,
frente da cara do
Dennis
cara, hein,
Rees.
mano.
Welcome, Dennis.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And creative director Magnus Niedfors.
Yes.
Welcome, Magnus.
Thank
Thanks
you very
for joining
much.
us today. Hey, welcome back to Gamescom.
Yeah, it's great.
Feels good
So
to be back,
excited.
right?
I know. It's nice to be back here and
Eu acho que aqui fica melhor.
sausages and video games. It's excellent.
All the good things
Yeah, I know.
at
Sausage.
once.
Those are a few of my favourite things.
Yeah,
Sausages
exactly.
and video games. Right, so you announced Minecraft Legends at our Xbox showcase back in June, right? So
Yeah.
give us a reminder of what we should expect from Legends.
Well, Legends is an action strategy game based in the Minecraft universe.
fiquei vendo a frente da
It really
legenda, calma aí.
encourages you to go out and
Deu ruim.
explore the
Deu ruim.
world and use all of these resources that you gather to help defend the overworld, which is being invaded by these horrible piglins. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think players are really going to enjoy getting out and
O gráfico
playing
mudou
the
bem
game.
bastante, né? Do trailer, mano.
It's a new
Aí
game
agora
that
ficou
we're
igualzinho.
developing at Mojang.
Os mesmos aquele
We're
shader
doing it
todo, né?
together
Que
with
tava
Blackbird
tendo.
Interactive. It is a little bit of a different game because the easiest way to describe it is action and strategy. So it's a kind of a unique combination of gameplay.
Nice.
Olha que
So
legal,
it's not the
gameplay.
same Minecraft that we're used to, but clearly still set in the Minecraft universe, still got all the things we know and love about Minecraft.
Lembra
But it
um
must be
pouco, né,
so
Minecraft
exciting to take
Dungeons,
that
cara.
universe in a different direction, right? So why did you choose to do that with Minecraft Legends?
Não, é que minha câmera ficou na frente da cara do maluco aqui.
We really like to,
Nada,
you know,
nada.
at Mojang, we really like to create
Sorry.
games that we love to play. And we're really passionate about strategy games. And years ago, people are sitting around talking about
mesmo,
how
jogo de
they could
estratégia.
bring a strategy game
Organization.
into the Minecraft universe. And, you know, the more talk, and it turned into something that we really wanted to do. And it was, you know, it's passion, really, that drove us to this legend.
Olha que legal o
Right.
combate.
And it's kind of
O legal é a montaria, né?
within the Minecraft universe.
Caramba, o
You
tamanho
do
do cara
kind of
parece
have
um
this
pônei.
kind of blank slate, right?
Parece que
To
não tá
create all
no
these
pônei.
different
Olha a jabriaca do
experiences.
maluco.
Yeah, exactly.
Must be fun to play with.
Yeah.
Olha que o cavalo.
No, that's one of the great things, you know. Minecraft is such a treat. It's like
Mostra
it's
mais,
for
mostra mais.
everybody in so many ways. We do
O
have, you know,
engraçado
the
é o
original
fundo, né?
game,
Tem
but
uma
we use
placa
it for
gigante
vanilla.
escrito Sea of
We have
Thieves.
done Minecraft Legend. No,
Propaganda.
sorry, we're doing that now. We have done Minecraft Dungeons.
Yeah.
And now we want to bring yet another game to broaden the experiences that player can experience within the Minecraft universe. So.
Great. So once the idea or the sort of seed for Minecraft
Ah, eu acho
Legends
legal, cara.
developed, like,
Vai que
how
traga
did you
mais
build the
jogos.
team around it? Who did you bring together to work on the game?
Novas temáticas,
we
novos esquemas
knew
aí.
that when we started to
Diferente,
go out
um
and build
MMORPG
this, there were a couple
Minecraft.
problems we had to solve. Number one, Mojang isn't a strategy game developer. It's not something we do. And number two, as Magnus mentioned, you know, a real Minecraft or original Minecraft is called vanilla to us. And for us, vanilla is really important, and the studio focuses mostly on vanilla. So we had to go find a partner, one who knew how to build strategy games, and and
legal,
one who
cara.
really had a passion for Minecraft. And so we started looking around, and we uncovered Blackbird Interactive.
Okay.
They were known for making this strategy game called Deserts of Karak. And they were a pretty newly formed company at the time, but their experience ran deep with strategy games. And the more we looked at them, the more we realized how passionate they
Cara,
were.
os jogos estão
also, about the
pegando
Minecraft
vários esquemas
universe.
diferentes.
We really thought they could be a great partner for us. And so that's when
Por
we
exemplo, aí
started
é
moving
o
forward.
Liga das Lendas, né?
Right.
Riot.
And when we
fazendo
started
MMO,
working with them,
fazendo
they
a
also, you said they were
porrada
already
de coisas.
passionate, but they were also eager to learn what's
Johnny tá indo pelo
the
mesmo
secret
caminho.
behind making a Minecraft game. So it's been super interesting to work on that. Like their creative team, just tossing ideas around. And could it be this? No. Could it be this? Yeah, great idea. And we are kind of like just throwing ideas back and forth. What's good for Minecraft and what's not good for Minecraft.
Right.
Yeah.
It must be great to bring new people, new ideas into that kind of Minecraft melting pot. That must be a ton of fun, right?
Oh, so much fun. And actually, the team started very small. Just a few of us kind
Mas podia ir falando e mostrando mais pouco do jogo, né?
How we wanted to progress. It slowly got larger and larger. And then, new people with a lot of new experience came on board. And I remember Magnus, actually. Magnus came on.
Dá pra você ver o ambiente de trabalho dos caras, né? Olha lá.
And when he came on,
Ah, só comer lá a
his
coxinha.
experience with open world games
Mentira, é hambúrguer.
completely
Se fosse no Brasil era
changed
coxinha,
how we
sódio.
wanted to think about Legends. And we
Esfirra.
were able to take a lot of his experience and apply it to Legends to really create a better experience. And and that's the story across the board with lots of the folks from the team as it grew. And I really enjoy it. It's been a great experience.
Wow, Magnus.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Bom trabalho.
It's a pleasure to
Mas,
work with
obrigado.
them, and
Pra
the
vocês
whole
também.
team is fantastic to work. And as Dennis said, I came aboard a couple of years ago, but I also saw the energy that already existed there. Like everybody was so excited, and it was great for me to learn a new environment and a new type of games. Like come a little bit from a different background. Yes, I made open world
Tá
games. I
jogando
can
pra
bring
gente
that
ver como é que vai ser o
experience.
jogo, né,
But
cara?
Minecraft is so
Dá
different.
pra saber como é que eu vou
it was a
saber se estão no
lot
jogo
of
aí.
super fun learning
Eu
for
quero
me as
jogar,
well,
né? Eu
coming
quero
to
jogar.
Mojang.
Me
Really
animo.
of course I played it almost since day one because, back in the day Mojang was a studio across the street from me, so like
Right.
I've known it for a long time, but just, getting to know it for real, working with all the creative people, both at Mojang but as well as Blackbird, just that's what I like to do as, in my creative leadership. I kind of like to lead the teams, just get them together. But there's so much creativity going on, and I get that snowball effect of
Right.
just talking about
Right.
ideas and so on. It's so fun.
That's awesome.
He even listens to me, the executive producer, every once in a while.
Every now and then.
Every now and then.
What a team. That's amazing. Now, speaking of the team, though, one of the things that fascinates me about this is that Blackbird are in Canada,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Magnus, you're
Canada.
in Sweden.
Yes.
Canada.
Dennis, you're in Redmond, near
Redmond.
Seattle, right?
Yeah.
So you've
Suécia,
got three
falando no
completely
lugar
different
dos caras, né?
geographical locations. How do you pull all that together?
Well, it's a lot of work and dedication from the team in general. But that's the thing. We've managed to change our hours when we need to. And also BBI has been very accommodating.
falar sério,
We all need to travel to a location and be on site,
trabalho, né,
work
cara?
together. We just make it work. But really, it comes down to
Pegar o
that
Minecraft e
passion.
falar, eu quero,
And
em cima do
working
Minecraft,
together,
fazer
it's
tal
like, it's
jogo.
fun. We really
Jogar
enjoy
isso na mão
each
de
other's
cara que é
company.
novo, tá ligado?
And, what
Tratado
started
novo.
as
Mesmo
just
que o
sort
cara
of
tenha
work
experiência.
relationships really has become more
Mas é uma
friendship.
baita de
And so you're
responsabilidade, né,
willing
mano?
to
Você
endure
pegar,
some
tipo,
of that time zone
Mojang, por
change
exemplo,
so
também
that
com
you can
Minecraft aí que tem anos.
enjoy spending time. I stare at Magnus on his screen so much.
Yeah, you're crazy. You kind of I don't know when you go up. It's often before I normally go to bed, so I don't know. But
Yeah, but you're up pretty late too,
Yeah.
so it's like we just make it work.
yeah, exactly.
Pô, mas falar pra vocês, deve ser da hora, hein? Gostoso pra caramba o
Making
ambiente, as
games
coisas,
is
saber
always
que você
a bit
fez
of
um bom
challenge.
trabalho
Like it's
tendo um
it's
jogo
not
desse.
easy to make these
Ô,
kind
Mojang,
of
me
games,
contrata.
but I
O
think that's
o tio da-
it's an all that
o
struggle
tio da
that you,
Mojang,
as Dennis said,
garoto propaganda.
you make friends in
Capa da
real
Mojang.
life and so on, and just
Ah,
get along
hello.
together and have a good time. Struggles makes people come together in a good way.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you talked about Minecraft Legends as an action strategy game, right? Why did you choose that genre? And, tell us what that means from a gameplay sense.
Well, So what we wanted to make sure that when we choose any games within the Minecraft universe, that you know, they're unique and different. And really, you can look at Legends, for example. We did that where we wanted to bring a dungeon crawler experience into the Minecraft universe, and so in doing so, we wanted to make it feel very Minecraft. And that's what we did with the strategy game here.
Eu não entendi o esquema de estratégia. Tô vendo mais tipo como se fosse um Minecraft Dungeons.
What Minecraft was as we bring it into, you know, a strategy experience into the universe, and you know, I mean, that's a big piece.
What Danny said, like, in the beginning, it was an idea that hey, we should have a strategy game within the Minecraft universe, and that would be cool. But another aspect of Minecraft is that we always have a hero character.
O engraçado é que você vem com uma bandeira e puxa um monte de bichinho e ataca. Olha lá. Controla várias criaturas.
Or something like that.
Right.
So bringing that hero, like letting the player feel like they're part of the game world, is super important in all our games. So that kind of founded, hey, how can we combine these two types of game where you're one part hero-centric but one part controlling armies and so on. That's really been really interesting. And when we kind of started to realize that, it's, hey, this is quite new. And as a game maker, when you find something you feel, this isn't, like, there's not 10 games like that out there. Then you feel like you're something special. So actually it was, the thing that brought me really into this project was kind of my first day. Two of the team members just sat down directly, described the game to me, and I kind of like almost in that day felt like, wow, we have something great here, because I haven't heard anything like this before. And then we just kept rolling with that action strategy idea.
Okay. So. This might sound like a silly question, but right, action strategy. Where do you find the balance, right? Because action is quite immediate, it's quite visceral. Strategy is a little bit more step back, assess the situation. So where's the balance in Legends?
It's hard to balance games always, but I would say it's hard to draw a pie chart of you spend 73% in strategy mode and this percentage in another mode and so on. But it's like, I'm surprised how well it actually fits together now, like because they go into each other and they complement each other in a really good way. One thing that we wanted to do from the beginning is to make a strategy game that works well on console.
Right.
That's hard with the traditional, like, it's actually strange to think about it.
Você pode mandar uma tropa individual, no caso? Será para puxar o agro?
Interessante. Because you're so quick of scrolling around.
A primeira impressão é que dá para você controlar tipo individual, olha lá, ó. Cada um tem um círculo azul.
In a very short time in a strategy game normally. So having a hero at the center.
Legal, tipo, vai daquela fortaleza, você manda 3 para a esquerda, 5 para a direita, 3 no centro.
Enough brings down the tempo of a strategy game, which is very well suited to make it play well on consoles by.
E dá para você ajudar, né? Olha lá, o cara tá com a espada.
It was kind of a surprise. I wish I could be smart and sit there and say, yeah, we thought about that from the beginning. But sometimes you need to be honest and say, this is something that we discovered as we prototyped and developed the game.
A wonderful discovery.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's one of the things I find really interesting about this is, you know, you made the point, you're not controlling a cursor, you're actually controlling a character. You have to deliberately traverse the environment and physically move within the game, right? So how do you handle that within the game design, like actually getting around the world?
Well, it was actually really great because it's easy to navigate as you go about and run through the world. You are on a horse within Minecraft. You know, that's possible in vanilla, but here you're always on your horse.
Right.
So you're able to navigate all types of terrain quickly, get to where you need to, execute your commands. And then also there's other areas in the game that as you're running through the world, you'll uncover new elements. Like, for example, we have speed wheat, which gives you an instant speed rush, or actually mushrooms within the world, which allows you to jump extra high, and then you can use those abilities to access other areas of the world in you know, quick or you know, strategic ways.
Oh. And given that you've gone in a slightly different direction here.
Eu acho que a gente vai atacar algumas construções e vai defender outras, hein?
You know, other things you've done within Minecraft.
Na base, acho que aquele ali é para poder fazer o craft, eu acho.
Yeah, well,
mas não dá para você chegar já construindo. Apesar que ele
I really look
portão ali no
not to
começo,
external games to make this reference, but more internal. Like you know, Minecraft Dungeons taught so much to the art organization onto how to bring a new game that is not your traditional Minecraft.
Mostrando parece tão simples, né? Mas na hora de tanta porrada, cara, tanto bicho vindo que você não vê desse jeito.
Like I personally think we learned so much just from that game alone that we're applying to Legends to make sure that we can bring another game in the right way. I would definitely say that's a great reference.
Yeah. Well, inspiration on the creative side, obviously, as you mentioned, Minecraft in general, like all our games, we want to stay true to, you know, creative people are so fluffy and it's hard to tell, but that Minecraft feel, it's like hard to describe in another way. Otherwise,
but you know it immediately.
Exactly, we know it immediately. But other than that, I don't want to point out the special game because, as we have been talking, it's kind of a unique combination. It's not like any other game out there. That's rare. But of course, there was a few games like this in the 90s, in the early 2000s. Not very many, but technology now makes it possible to push that even further. We can have more troops and so on. So I can't say there's a one game or several games, but you know, just play a lot of games and enjoy them, and you will draw inspiration from so many things. One thing as a creative, I think it's unusual to hear that people, but I like to think about you should draw inspiration from things that you don't think is that good either. So when you play games that you feel like, I'm missing something here. What can I do to make this a better game as well? So it's kind of strange to be inspired by bad things, but that's actually true for myself.
Yeah. That's a super constructive way to be inspired, right?
Yeah.
It's building on something. That's awesome. So when you think about the player you're aiming for, is it more of the sort of classic Minecraft player, or is it more of a classic strategy fan?
Yes. Yes, it's all of the above. Yeah. You know, that's one thing, is that we really wanted to create an experience that if you're not a strategy game player, that you can enjoy.
Right.
And if you are a strategy game player, then, you know, we'll give you a great experience that you can enjoy as well. And I think that we're really nailing it. Like, we're actually, it's coming along. I was not a traditional hardcore strategy game player, but I found myself really, really enjoying what we're creating to the point where I've started experimenting and playing some other games now. And it's kind of broadened my exposure to the genre. And so I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of other players, you know, similar to me.
Right.
Yeah.
It has been important to, obviously, to get as a broad target audience as possible. But I think, again, with Minecraft, it's possible because we are already reaching out reaching so many players and so on. So obviously, all the players who knows Minecraft now get a new way of enjoying Minecraft. But at the same time, it's super important to remember that even though a lot of players play Minecraft or have played it in the past and so on, this game is also totally possible. You don't need to have played Minecraft. You don't need to know what Minecraft is to enjoy this game. You can come in, and this game will help you to
Resumindo, né? A
understand
gente não
what
precisa
the
conhecer
Minecraft
Minecraft
universe
pra
is
jogar
and bring you
Minecraft,
into
cara.
the wonderful
Jogar
thing we have going on there.
Excellent. I want to talk
legal,
more
né,
about
mano?
the hero. We touched on the hero earlier.
Yeah.
Tem pessoas que chegam no jogo e falam, mano, eu preciso jogar outro Minecraft pra poder entender. Acho que eles criaram tipo uma história nova, uma parada nova ali. Não precisa ser jogar tipo Vanilla, Dungeons pra poder familiarizar com o jogo, né, mano?
It's very Minecrafty, right? So applying it here was just.
Tipo aquela, você joga, você gostou, quer ver mais sobre Minecraft, você vai procurar outra coisa, um dungeon.
As you say, the hero is important, but it's kind of like
Quero que a Mojang continue fazendo outros jogos aí. Baseado no Minecraft vai ser legal, hein? Imagina. Jogar um Battle Royale Minecraft.
Extension of a player almost.
Isso é aqueles minigames, né? Aqueles mods que o pessoal bate.
There is a story told about hero coming into this legend and so on, but the game
Royale,
structure is relatively open, so you can play it however you want, in the order you want to, and so on. And we'll push on the story depending on what actions you take with your hero. So you move through the story. In the campaign. But at the same time, as we want that to be the core of the game, it's not in gameplay everything. It's so much more about that you are a character coming to this world.
Acho que vai se trabalhar como
and, you know,
arqueiro, mano.
Everybody who is here against the threat that the piglins are. So you need to come here to make a lot of friends and they will, together with you, help
Você que a
you to
montaria
defeat
altera?
piglins.
Você falou dos porcos, né?
It's
Aqui
not
como trocar o
about
cavalo
getting
pelo porco.
stronger or
Ele
you're
você tá
not getting
montado
a
no
new
cavalo, você
arm
montado
or
no
anything
porco.
like that.
Yeah.
It's more or less make
Nas
friends.
llamas. É, tem
You know,
vários
play around
animais
with
de
them,
montaria
have
no
a good
Minecraft.
time and
Não sei se eles
defeat the
vão
piglins
puxar
together.
o
It's a
Legends.
great message, though, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
it's almost like you're building connections, you're building alliances, you're uniting people
Yeah, exactly.
against a common enemy.
I didn't think about this, but I said before, like, it's kind of like game dev. I said, like, struggles makes you come together and
Yeah.
you're able to overcome obstacles.
It's
And
true.
that's kind of what you do in the game as well as the
Só não
hero.
entendi, será que é multiplayer?
There's a struggle, the piglins are attacking, we need to defend, so that everybody
Eu posso
comes
atacar a
together,
base dos outras
and then we
pessoas,
defeat
de
the
outros
piglins.
jogadores?
I love that. And it's with your team as well.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you're bringing this team together.
Vamos ver ele falando sobre isso.
Yeah.
Ele
Very,
vai
very,
falar
very cool.
mais
All
à
right,
frente.
it's time to talk piglins.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
We
wow.
want to talk piglins. I mean, what's their deal? And why did you
Multiplayer,
choose
você tem que
them
legal,
as
né,
the
mano?
bad
Imagina,
guys?
seu amiguinho tá fazendo a base, chega lá com um monte de porco, cabeça de fósforo atacando ele, mano.
Piglins exist in vanilla.
Yeah.
And they were great for us to bring them out into Legends and expand on them. And so, you know, there's sort of different versions of what piglins exist in Legends compared to what they are in vanilla. But they're, you know, these horrible, mean, kind of ugly, cute characters.
É,
that
parece que você controla
look like they
zumbi,
really
outros bichos, né? Esqueleto.
But it's just they sort of invade and they're just causing nothing but problems. And you know, here they are in the overworld, destroying it, and that's where you, the hero, comes to play to try to, you know, unite that overworld and take them back. And yeah, that's definitely a big piece.
Yeah, they, as you said, they are ugly cute, right?
Yeah.
So they're so charming. and we
Acho que isso
felt
daí
that
é a
from the
história,
beginning,
praticamente
like,
resumida,
of all
né?
the mobs that we have, we like all
Eles vão
our
vindo,
mobs in
né,
the
atacar
Minecraft
tudo e
universe,
você
but
vai
the
ser o
piglins
herói
have
que
such
vai
a potential to
mandar eles de
be
volta
kind of
pra
like
casa
the bad
deles
guys,
lá, pro
in the game,
habitat.
where it was easy to see, wow, we can make this
Pronto,
version
acabou.
of a piglin. We can have like, so we have expanded the range of piglins in many different ways. As you saw the trailer when we started up, many new types of piglins within the game and so on. So it's pretty cool.
So tell me about some of those different types of piglins. I want to know what we're coming up against. here.
Well, there's one of them we just debuted here in the trailer that you just saw. It is called the Pigmadillo, and yeah, it's the one that comes out of the portal and then kind of hunches up
filhotinho deles,
into
mano.
like a cube and
Chora.
rolls at you. Very difficult to defeat, and one of the more fun ones.
Yeah.
Another one is the Bruiser. It's another one you've seen in the trailer. It comes out and has like two kind of razor blades on its arms and does, you know, some really wicked moves as it comes and attacks you. But yeah, that's a very fun one too. There's lots of different types of piglins.
Yeah, we have expanded in so many ways, so that's a couple of like detailed units. Another thing that we have done is to kind of like build up almost like a society. Like we have different hordes, as we say. Here at Gamescom, so we have been presenting a horde of the Bastion. And so the different hordes differentiate both in look, but primarily in the game how they play, how you play against them and so on. So you need to think about how you engage in combat with the different hordes in different ways. So they look and feel different, and it's just fun to engage with them.
Right. So what kind of units do you, as the hero player, then bring to bear against the piglins?
Well, I mean, for example, you know, Magnus referenced how the Horde of the Bastion has a lot of structures. So one of the units you're going to want to use on your side is one called the Cobblestone Golem. That's very good against structures. So you can take the Cobblestone Golems and attack and get a lot more results, a lot better results. Another one is the Plank Golem. You saw a horrible demise of a Plank Golem in the trailer, actually. But that's one of the ranged units. And that's very, very good as you attack to use those in tandem. I don't know, any others you can think of?
Well, I'm thinking more about the way that you need to engage with them, because as I said, the hordes are playing differently. The Horde of the Bastion, for example, it's almost hear it at the name, right? They like to build forts, they entrench themselves and so on. So you need to like grind your way into their
Será que existe
bases
número
and to
limite
defeat
de
the portals,
bichinhos que eu posso levar?
while others are more open and so on. So it's how you think about your unit composition, which friends you bring with you in each fight and so on. And also the way you lead them. Like you
Eu não entendi, será que a gente
can
pode
lead your
converter
friends
outros bichos que a gente
into
está
battle in
enfrentando?
so many different ways.
Yeah.
Essa eu não percebi aí.
Exploring the bases,
Yeah.
and like get to the high ground, look at the base, and evaluate what is the best way I want to attack this
Right.
base.
Vamos dizer que seu
And then
tropa
use the
morreu,
tools
como é que você
of your
ressuscita?
units. as you see fit to go and do the best results possible.
Fica muito bem pro cara mostrar o jogo todo aí.
A lot of gameplay variation.
Eu fiquei interessado, cara. Fiquei interessado.
We will show more as we go along up until the launch of the game. So
it's great. You know, as you're talking through there, it feels like, yes, you're taking the genre in a new direction, but it's also giving you a new direction to talk about the lore of Minecraft world and the mobs that we already know and maybe love, and finding out more about them. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's like part of that Minecraft feel I'm talking about. You could call that for lore, but we want to have a little bit of a mystery going on around what's going on in Minecraft and so on. And that's how we work with it. So we are kind of like doing things in the different games where you can find hints of what's going on in another game, and especially our community, they are so good at kind of like trying to figure out what we want them to figure out and so on. Like, so we bring some secret messages and they try to decipher them all the time. And it's like,
I want to be clear, when we announced the game, I mentioned that Jens had a shirt on, which was a hint as to what Badger became today. None of us are wearing any sort of hints about future games, so just letting you know.
I've been very closely examining Magnus' t-shirt here, trying to figure out. Take a freeze frame of that, everyone.
Yeah.
or don't.
Yeah.
All right, amazing. Magnus, Dennis, thank you so much for your time. It's been great just to talk about Minecraft Legends. When can we see more? When can we hear more?
Well, you can learn more by following us all our social channels, Twitter, so on. You can also at Minecraft.net follow up on a newsletter, so you will get that. Wow, that's loud.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something
exciting
happened. Yeah.
Minecraft Live.
Tá tudo feliz, né, mano? Com o lançamento.
Later this year we will have Minecraft.
Eu achei interessante o game, hein, cara. Vou adorar jogar. Minecraft Legends.
More secrets to reveal.
Fantastic. Hey, brilliant seeing you both. Welcome back to Gamescom.
Thanks.
It's been an absolute pleasure. It's a good one, gents.
It's excellent. Thank you.
É, encerrou por aqui, que é isso?